What is going on, wrestling fans? It is WWE at Home 219 here with my WWE Payback Predictions. Now, the match card really hasn't had that great of a build to it, in my personal opinion. But regardless, I'm still excited. It's a pay-per-view, and I will be there, so that's another reason why I am excited for this pay-per-view. So let's get right into the match card. On the kickoff to Payback, we have Sheamus versus Damian Sandow. Surprisingly, on this match card, this is one of the matches that's actually been built up in the past. The past like 3 SmackDowns, we've seen segments with Sandow and Sheamus, but it is on a pre-show. It wouldn't make sense, in my opinion, to have Damian Sandow win this. Sheamus is one of your biggest superstars and your biggest faces. So I'm going to take Sheamus in the bro kick to defeat Damian Sandow on the kickoff to WWE's Payback. Next up, we got here that I'm going to go over next is Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns look to retain their tag team titles against Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton. Not a lot of people might be expecting a heel turn to be coming out of Randy Orton, but we've already seen Randy Orton RKO Daniel Bryan, so I don't think it would be a heel turn if Randy Orton were to do that at Payback. I see the Shield retaining this matchup. There's no reason to put Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan as a tag team champions. It wouldn't make any sense. But I don't see Randy turning heel. I see Daniel Bryan turning heel. I think Daniel Bryan's just going to snap, and he's going to turn on Randy Orton, and the Shield are going to retain their titles. So, I mean, that's probably not a normal prediction. I don't think a lot of people are expecting a Daniel Bryan face turn. I mean, a heel turn, and that's what I'm going to predict, as you'll see the Shield retain their tag titles. Expect like a 12-minute matchup there. Next matchup we got here is Caitlyn defending her Divas Championship against AJ. Now, we haven't seen the Divas title defended, and I don't even know how long. We didn't even see it at WrestleMania. We didn't see it at the Royal Rumble. I don't even think we saw it at Elimination Chamber. I can't even recall. That's how irrelevant the Divas division's been. But finally, AJ gets her matchup, and this is where she's going to win the Divas division. It's kind of obvious to me. I think Caitlyn's just a stale Divas champ, and AJ actually is entertaining in my opinion. I actually enjoy watching her, so I'm going to take AJ to win with that submission move that we've seen in the past. So AJ will be your new Divas champion. Next matchup we have here is for the United States Championship, as Dean Ambrose is going to try to defend his title against Kane. Very excited about this matchup because Kane's a vet and Dean Ambrose is my favorite member of the Shield, and I think it would actually be a solid matchup. I think these two can put on a good singles matchup here. But just like in the past, it just doesn't make sense for Kane to win it. I feel like the Shield is going to still retain all their titles, as you'll see Dean Ambrose defeat Kane probably with that DDT type finisher. Expect about a 10 to 15 minute matchup here, and I'm expecting this one to be one of the better matchups of the night. And I'm going to, yeah, like I said, go with Dean Ambrose to defeat Kane at Payback. So then the next matchup here, we got the Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat matchup, Wade Barrett versus The Miz versus Curtis Axel. Granted, Fandango was supposed to be in this matchup. He suffered a concussion on a SmackDown taping against Zack Ryder. Now Curtis Axel gets thrown in out of nowhere. This Payback theme really wasn't a theme to any of these matches except for this triple threat with Fandango in it, but now he's not in it, so this matchup's kind of the only payback there is The Miz and Wade Barrett. And then the only payback other than that I can think of is Jericho's matchup and Cena's matchup. But nonetheless, I am going to go with Curtis Axel here. I mean, like I said, he was thrown in last second. I feel like they're trying to give him a big push. Wade Barrett has been losing a ton. The Miz is a stale face. I don't want to see him as champion. And it really just makes sense for me to have Curtis Axel as your champion, as it looks like they're really trying to build him up into something big. So I'm going to take Curtis Axel to win this triple threat at Payback and become the new Intercontinental Championship, and maybe he can bring back relevancy to that title. Now, these next 3 matches are 3 matches I expect to be the last 3 of the pay-per-view. And I'm going to go into the Dolph Ziggler trying to defend his title against Humberto Del Rio. I don't think there's any stipulation here. This is for the World Heavyweight Championship. There's no point in giving the belt back to Del Rio. And I just feel like you got to keep Ziggler, who's one of the best things going for them. Finally, he's back off that concussion. I feel like Ziggler is going to win this matchup. I'm not really excited about this match because we've seen this many of times. This is probably at the bottom of my interest level for Payback matches. But expect Dolph Ziggler to retain his title there and still be your World Heavyweight Champion after WWE's Payback. Next matchup on the card here is Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. That is, if CM Punk even shows up. A lot of people don't even expect CM Punk to be showing up to this event. But I think CM Punk is going to show up to this event. and I feel like CM Punk is not going to win this matchup off of a Paul Heyman screw job. I feel like Paul Heyman is going to turn on CM Punk here at Payback, and this is where CM Punk can kind of get this face turn going. I feel like his heel run's kind of over with. He's feuded with everybody possibly can. The Rock, The Undertaker, John Cena as a heel, and I feel like it's time for him to turn face. So I feel like this is a good way for him to turn face. Not necessarily saying Jericho's turning heel here. I just think Heyman is gonna get it involved here, and Jericho will pick up the victory in CM Punk's hometown. Which, hey, I don't mind it. I'm not a CM Punk fan, but I totally realize he's one of the best things in WWE, if not the main guy they have to go to, minus John Cena. But I'm going to take Chris Jericho to defeat CM Punk at Payback in Chicago. So then the final matchup here is the 3 stages of hell for the WWE Championship, that championship right there. And it's between John Cena and Ryback once again. I am not excited about this matchup, really. But the 3 stages of hell makes it kind of interesting because you start off with a lumberjack matchup, then it goes to the second stage as the tables match, and the third is an ambulance match. I'm going to expect John Cena to win the lumberjack match. I'll have Ryback's going to win the tables matchup, so they'll be tied 1-1 going into the ambulance matchup. And I think John Cena is going to defeat Ryback. I don't want Ryback to be WWE champion, and I don't think he's going to be WWE champion. You got guys like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk that I feel like would come next in line for a WWE title, and I don't think Ryback's ready to hold that title just yet. And I feel like Ryback's going to get another defeat at a pay-per-view, and you'll see John Cena defend his title successfully at WWE Payback. So there is my Payback predictions. I want you to tell me what you think about my Payback predictions down below. Tell me your predictions. I would actually like to know yours. Follow me on Twitter at Let's Talk _WWE. And over here, go subscribe to my other YouTube channel, CPWF Wrestling. We got some wrestling videos. We got storylines going on there. Check that out. Pretty entertaining videos. Not that great. I mean, it's not perfect wrestling, but hey, we put on a pretty good show, I think, for kids our age in our 20s. But that's about it, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel, and you take it easy.